So you want a new life. Okay, great. Because today I'm going to tell you how you can use alchemy to quantum jump and manifest a new life. All right, so let's say that you are in reality 1, but you really want to be in reality 3. Okay, cool. That's possible. All right, how is that possible? With quantum jumping. So what is quantum jumping? Quantum jumping, or timeline jumping, is a shift in your consciousness that allows you to access the future in the now. So how do we do this? Well, first we need to understand a little bit about time. So time is not linear as it appears to be for us, past, present, and future. But as humans, in our minds, we want to make order out of chaos. And so to do so, our minds package time up in this neat and tidy line of past, present, and future. Max Planck found that at the basement of time, and the equation that he got to was like 5.39 times 10 to the negative 44 seconds, I think it is. Time is not smooth and straight as it appears to us in our consciousness. It is actually textured and curved. Another thing to know about time is that time is malleable. So think about it like this. When you were a child and your parent told you, okay, you can have dessert in half an hour. What'd you do? You probably came back in like 5 minutes asking, is it time yet? Is it time for dessert yet? Is it time? Just like when children ask, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because to children, time drags. Time moves slowly. I'm pretty sure it was a study that I read that said that as we age, time speeds up. So think about like when you're doing something fun versus something that's boring. When you're doing something that's boring, it feels like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to end? But when you're in flow state or you're doing something exciting that you're passionate about, it goes by like that. So that's one of our first glimpses into the fact that time is actually a projection of our consciousness, that we can actually bend and manipulate time. And so this is how quantum jumping is possible. Okay, so you're probably asking, all right, I got it. So quantum jumping is possible because time is malleable, it's bendable, and with our consciousness, we can manipulate it. All right, but how do we know that when we quantum jump, that what we want is actually going to be there in that reality? And that's where superposition comes in. Superposition says that every possibility is in existence simultaneously within the waves of potential of the universe. And not even just the universe, but all around us. Everything you desire already exists. Everything in creation has already been created. So you can be sure that your desires are already manifested, just in another reality. And this is where your parallel self comes in. There's a parallel version of you that exists in alternate realities that has accumulated wisdom of the past, present, and future. And so when you access that parallel version of you that's already living in the reality that you want to be in, and you begin to align yourself with that person, that is when all the shifts begin to happen. So first, let's understand a little bit about why you're in the reality that you're currently in, though. And so there's 2 reasons for that. One is your frequency. So the universe hears and speaks frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of times a vibration oscillates. And so your thoughts and your emotions vibrate at a certain level. And so when you're thinking things and feeling emotions, you are emitting an energetic signature into the universe, which the universe then hears and then speaks back to you. Okay, because the universe is a great communicator. And like any great communicator, it's going to speak to you in the language that you understand. So this is where the law of attraction comes in, because it says that like attracts like. Whatever frequency you're giving out, you are going to get back according to that frequency. With the universe, you can only get what you've already got. Okay, so that's how it works. You're in the reality that you're in because you are you're currently a vibrational match for that reality. The universe is neutral and unemotional. It doesn't know that you're in a reality that you don't want to be in, or that you have situations or money issues or relationship issues that you don't want. All it knows is that if these are the things that you're focusing on, that's the frequency that you're sending out, and it's going to give you back according to that frequency. So if you're focused on how unhappy you are in your relationship, then it's going to continue to give you situations that bring up for you how unhappy you are in your relationship. Basically, where attention goes, energy flows. And then the second part of this is your perception. So remember, we just talked about the fact that time is a projection of our consciousness. It's how we perceive it. So your current beliefs are probably unwelcoming to the idea of time being malleable. We can expand our consciousness to allow for the acceptance of the ability to transcend time. And if we believe that we can quantum jump and transcend time, we will. Because the law of assumption says that whatever we believe to be true will be true for us. Perfect. Got it. We can quantum jump. All right. How do we do it? The law of correspondence says that your external is a reflection of your internal. As above, so below, as within, so without. So if you're seeing something in your reality that you don't like, you have to look at what's going on inside of you, because your external reality is a projection of your internal reality. And a lot of this goes on subconsciously. So this is where we have to really get into our inner world, what I call universe, Y-O universe, and start to do some of that inner work to find out what's deep inside of us that is allowing for the manifestation of this reality that we actually don't want. We have to release all of the notions that we currently hold about who we believe we are right now. And we have to embrace the essence of the version of us that is living in that reality that we want to be in. So basically, we need less thinking and more being. We need embodiment. We need to act as if we're already in that reality. This is where timeline jumping really picks up. When you begin to embody the version of you that is in that reality by thinking, what does this person do with their time? What does the rich me do with their money? How does the person in the reality that I want to be in, how do they think? How do they dress? Who do they entertain? Who's in their circle? When we begin to take note of all of the characteristics and thought processes and personality traits and behaviors of the person in the reality that we want to be in, we can look at our current reality and say, okay, this doesn't line up. And anything that is in our current reality that doesn't align with the reality of that we want to be in, we have to shift that. We have to get rid of that. And so when you start to shift yourself into the new version of you, acting as if, you will actually begin to experience higher vibrational emotions. And that will increase your frequency, which will increase your manifestation power. How do we manifest it? So what we need to be doing, first step, is clearly define your intention and what it is that you desire. And then take inspired action, which are small steps, to align yourself with that version. Meditation is where we are in our inner world able to heal and get knowledge in the spiritual world and connect with that parallel version of ourselves and really speed up the quantum jumping process. Visualization, huge. I love visualization. Thinking in vivid detail and envisioning it, what it feels like to be in this new reality. Feelings, getting the visions of where you are, who you're with, what you're doing, and sitting with that in your meditative thought and meditative moments. And once you do all this, then you want to detach and let it go. You want to trust in the process. Remember, superposition, everything already exists. Everything you want is already out there and it's already yours. It is waiting on standby for you to align yourself with it. And you deserve it, because as a child of God, the divine creator, abundance is your birthright. Trust in the process. If you're worried about how your manifestation is going to materialize or when it's going to materialize, that is low vibrational, because that emits a frequency of fear, like, how is this going to happen? Is it really going to happen? Doubt that it's going to happen. And then if you're worried about the when, then you're telling the universe, I don't already have it. And remember, you can only get what you've already got. So you have to embody and believe and sustain those emotions of already having, already being, and you will receive from that frequency. You have to be sending the signature to the universe that you already have what you want, and it's going to send you more of that. Your manifestation power is highest when you are aligned across all three planes: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual plane. And so when you are changing yourself physically by thinking, this person that's in this reality that I want to be in, how do they dress? What do they eat? What do they do with their time? And you're thinking, how do they think? And then you're practicing metacognition to be thinking about what you're thinking about to make sure that it aligns with your parallel version. And you are making those small shifts in your consciousness to quantum jump and send that vibration out into the spiritual plane. You are now aligned across all three planes, and your manifestation is going to materialize. It has no choice but to. And then before you know it, you'll be looking around like, I can't believe that I'm in the reality that I set this intention for a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. And you'll be looking around in awe of the fact that you did this. You are a co-creator in your reality. It's the divine that set the universe up in this way to work for us. So it's you telling the universe what you want, and it's the universe listening to you and sending what it is that you want, okay? We just have to make sure that we're focusing on what we do want, not what we don't want. So it is your job to make sure that the message that you are sending to the universe is in alignment with what you want to be receiving. Y'all drop me a comment below and let me know, how's it going for you with your manifesting. All right, I love y'all. Vibrate high.